It is day 5 of the Scandival heard around the world, and the breaking news surrounding this Vanderpump Rules drama just keeps coming.
We're going to give you all the updates that you need to know about Tom, Raquel/Rachel, and our queen Ariana.
And breaking down the shocking legal threats that are now being taken against the Vanderpump Rules cast members.
There's honestly so much to unpack, but before we dive in, make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any Bravo breaking news. Okay, so this has all been so upsetting. We're finding out new details by the minute, and I'm honestly obsessed with uncovering all these tiny little pieces of information. It's like every time I open Instagram, that's all I want to see. The theme song stuck in my head. It's all I want to talk about. It has taken over our lives. Since Kim last updated everyone, we've learned even more things that have come to light, including one of the most upsetting things, which is the lightning bolt necklaces. Allegedly, Raquel and Tom Sandoval have been wearing these matching lightning bolt necklaces as, a sign of their love to each other and this sort of, quiet way that they are thinking of each other. And yes, it sounds romantic, but no, that is so messed up. How could you do that when you're in a relationship with someone else?
It is so awful. When that came out, my heart sank as if I hadn't been already feeling sick about all of this. The fact that that was their secret signal to each other behind Ariana's back this entire time is disgusting. It's repulsive. So I can't even handle it. We also had some details from Reddit come out more about the timeline, some of which we already knew, some of which kind of shook me to my core. One of which was that Tom and Raquel actually spent Christmas together in St. Louis, where Tom is from. I am not sure if this actually happened. I wouldn't put it past them. However, I would be surprised if Tom Sandoval's family was okay with all of this. They know that he and Ariana have been together for nearly a decade, yet they would support this relationship going on behind her back and welcome Rachel into their home for Christmas?
Well, my guess is that if it's true, I think it was hidden. I think it was probably one of those things where she came into St. Louis in some roundabout fashion, and they probably stayed a night or two together in a hotel away from his family. And he might have said, oh, I'm going to meet up with some friends or whatever. But I highly doubt that Tom's family was in on this.
So disgusting again. And we also had Andy weighing in this week about it on Radio Andy. He could not get enough of this, just like the rest of us. He shared a few tidbits about some behind the scenes moments on Watch What Happens Live, which were, again, just shook me to my core. So we know that Sheena and Raquel were on last week, and they played this game called the BFF test, and they were asked, who's the hotter Tom? And they both answered Sandoval, which was kind of shocking, seeing as Raquel and Schwartz have been hooking up, right? During the commercial break, Andy shared that Sheena was I thought you were going to pick Schwartz, which is why I picked Sandoval. And Raquel was
Well, Sandoval has abs. And kind of shrugged.
What?
He has abs?
Yeah, I think that was definitely raised some flags with Sheena. And, we got to keep in mind the timeline of this whole thing, which is just insane because that was mere hours before Ariana found the video on Tom's phone of Raquel. So this is all just starting to unravel a little bit. It's like a thread just started coming loose and then it was just being tugged and tugged. And you can tell that Sheena was a little bit confused by that answer. Andy was also saying that he kind of felt that there was this odd energy between Schwartz and Sandoval their last time on Watch What Happens Live.
Bravo needs to rerun both of these Watch What Happens Lives because we need to watch them like the Zapruder tape.
And Schwartz was kind of looking to Tom Sandoval for answers, like especially when Raquel's name would come up, you know, and I think we all kind of played it off as just like Schwartz's kind of, you know, aloof self and just like he's a little unsure of himself. But now in hindsight, we're analyzing all these moments and it's like, oh my God, it's because he's uncomfortable. He doesn't know what to say. Now, Sandoval claims that Schwartz only recently found out, but recent could mean 2 weeks ago, a month ago, you know, and so it's very likely that Schwartz knew at that moment and he just didn't know what to do with himself. And he also thinks that it was going on as early as BravoCon, which was last October. He saw Raquel front row at Tom's show. You know, she's sporting the Tom sweatshirt. And I don't know, again, it's just like looking back at all these things, a lot of it makes sense now.
It's making a lot of sense. And if King Andy is going back in his mind, recalling these moments, I mean, he is our, you know, boots on the ground. He's right there in it. He sees things that nobody else sees. So I believe it. If he was seeing it, then, I mean, it's obviously what was happening. He also shared that the Vanderpump Rules reunion is going to be filming in 2 weeks. I don't think that this is going to be like gone by then. I think it's going to be the buyer's going to keep raging on until then. So I am scared. I am scared for the cast during this reunion. Are Tom and Raquel going to show up holding hands? Are they going to be broken up by this time? I don't know, but I am so glad that it is right around the corner. And Bravo has resumed filming the season officially. They are going to be filming for the next 2 weeks leading up to the reunion, covering all of this, which thank you, God, the Bravo gods, for doing this for us.
Praise the Bravo gods out there. Yeah, and apparently they've already filmed Sandoval and Ariana, you know, having a discussion about this, which is so fresh. Like, I mean, asking someone to film that situation, like literally 2 days after, you know, you're finding out that your longtime partner's been cheating on you with one of your friends, like that's intense. And sources are saying that Ariana left feeling very gaslit by Sandoval. And, you know, kind of sounds like he was trying to shift the blame onto her a little bit and saying like, well, I didn't want to break things off with you because, you know, I was worried about your mental health and, you know, your grandma had passed away. Like there was just not a good time to do it. And it's like, sorry, dude, not okay. And not an excuse.
Not an excuse. And we also find out that that same day, Sandoval went to Raquel's house that night to film for the show as well. So he's just making his rounds. I mean, breaking up with Ariana in the morning, going to Raquel's that evening, like disgusting. There's no other word to describe it. Another shocking headline that came out was that Kristen is in talks of returning to film for Vanderpump Rules. As we all know, she has history with Tom. Tom basically cheated on her with Ariana, but since then, her and Ariana have become super close. Kristen kind of rushed to her side after all of this because obviously she knows Tom probably just as well as Ariana does. And I'm sure that they have a lot of, you know, things in common that they can share and kind of, you know, be a shoulder for each other during this time. So honestly, I think Kristen coming back to help Ariana kind of deal with this is the perfect move for Bravo.
Oh my God, I love it so much. And I love that it's like full circle because in the beginning, Kristen hated Ariana, you know, because she blamed her for her and Tom's breakup. And I just love that it's, you know, become like the women are banding together, minus Raquel. So then there's this whole other saga about Raquel's PR strategy, right? So we hear oh, Raquel has fired her PR team. She's gotten it with a new team. They're fleshing out this strategy about how, she was the victim. She was in a vulnerable time and Tom was taking advantage of her. She didn't know she was being recorded with these videos. And then literally a day later, that PR team has dropped her. So it's just getting so messy. There's now being legal action taken against her castmates, it seems. There's a Dumois post that came out a couple days ago now that says Raquel fired her PR team yesterday, which not so coincidentally was the same as Tom Sandoval's. So this was 2 PR teams ago now. Her new team's already on the offensive, crafting a narrative that Raquel is also a victim in all this. When she films with Sandoval later today, she's been advised and is planning to break things off with him. TBD if that happens. The plan is then to go after him for screen recording the FaceTime sex session without Raquel's consent, which was uncovered by Ariana on Sandoval's phone and led to the unraveling of events. They're planning to allege that Sandoval took advantage of Raquel while she was in a vulnerable moment in life, clouding her judgment, then recording intimate videos without her knowledge. She will then go on an apology tour relaying that she's devastated by what has unfolded and for betraying one of her best friends, Ariana. At present, Raquel is not taking responsibility for her role in this affair. She's more concerned with correcting the record on the finger-banging vid than taking accountability for the hurt that she's caused. And just for the record, she didn't have these ideas nor plans to distance herself from Sandoval until her new PR relayed their strategy to try and save her image. Ooh. Okay, so that team has already come and gone. So I'm just interested to hear, what her next step is going to be.
So that PR team has officially dropped her. And by the way, I think that was also Erica Jane's PR team, which is kind of shocking. Instagram has noticed that she had representation listed in her bio and it's now gone. So they dropped her and we got a new Dumois blind just today talking about the new strategy and sharing some updates on kind of the last post. The post reads, well, that lasted a whole day. Fans may have noticed that Rachel has already taken her new Crisis's PR out of her IG bio. They dropped her on Sunday after uncovering many inconsistencies in her story, i.e. no black eye. She's now desperately trying to find new reps to help her out. Sandy is doing a full court press to keep her under his spell of control to prevent her from distancing and turning on him. Meanwhile, Rachel's parents have hired her a litigation attorney with a few people in their crosshairs. They believe that Ariana recorded or sent herself evidence of cheating she found on Tom's phone and believe that to be an act of revenge porn. So they are considering their legal options against her. Also, her parents would like to go after Sandy for recording content without Rachel's consent. She's telling her parents that she would never do that. However, I don't think it will be too difficult to find people who can corroborate Rachel's participation in recording and sharing intimate content. No shame or judgment intended. She's just been doing it since her high school days. So it's laughable that she's trying to sell this story that this type of behavior is out of character for her. However, if Tom is successful in keeping Raquel in lockstep, she obviously won't be pursuing that option.
Oh my God, it just gets messier and messier. So then we see a TMZ article today about Raquel's lawyers are sending letters off to some of the Vanderpump cast saying that the recording was done without her consent and that it cannot be shared or posted to social media because it will be a violation. And so it doesn't specifically accuse Tom of illegally recording the conversation, but sources who have seen the video tell us it's only the two of them on the call. So I think Raquel's trying to walk this fine line between getting Tom in trouble and, saving her ass and not wanting that video out there, which I understand. But, oh my God, we've just been getting such great reactions. What's been your favorite?
Well, and it also seems like she's going after Ariana, not Tom. Like, why are you coming after Ariana, who you cheated on Tom with, and not Tom? Tom's like getting away scot-free with this, it seems like. But yeah,
I mean, love Kim. They want to be together. They have feelings for each other.
You're going to make me throw up. So I could not believe the video that Lala posted this morning, which has quickly gone viral. She actually deleted it. I didn't even get a chance to see it on her page, but she's coming for Raquel. Raquel doesn't know what she's doing.
Tell your little Mickey Mouse lawyer that if he has stuff to send over, he can send things to my lawyer. Same with the rest of my friends and cast, all right? I've never in my life had a lawyer contact me in my personal email, all right? I don't know if you know how this works. I know you're pretty brand new to the game. Didn't last long. Look what you did with your fucking 15 minutes. You have something to send over, you can send it to my lawyer. That's why we have counsel. Okay? I don't want to deal. I have a life going on. I got a little baby to take care of. I don't want to see that in the morning. I don't want to see that ever. Send it to Daryl.
Send it to Daryl. Oh my God. Iconic right away. That's like my new answer to everything now. Send it to Daryl.
Send it to Daryl. And let's hope. I mean, I think Daryl is going to rip Raquel to shreds, honestly. I mean, he's been dealing with the whole Randall and Lala situation, I'm sure, for a very long time now. Knows what the hell he's doing. So, Raquel, I would be scared to come after Lala.
Yeah, I don't think, even with counsel involved, I would not want to start a fight with Lala.
Yeah, so that is the up-to-the-minute news on Scandival. There is always an update every time I refresh Instagram, it seems like. So make sure you're following Bravo Breaking News on Instagram and subscribing to our channel right here as we follow this crazy story unfolding before our eyes.
All right, see everyone next time.